I think this is a feature that a lot of people forgot are coming in 12.0.5. We got the Abyssal Angler event. If you don't know what this is like a mini game. Blizzard's really into putting these mini games into the game lately, where you're like running around fishing underwater. It's an interesting thing. I think a lot of people just don't even remember this was going to be added in. But this is another 0.5 patch feature. Let's get a quick overview of the Abyssal Anglers event from Mr. GM here.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about Abyssal Anglers, which is a brand new world event coming in patch 12.05 that involves diving, harpooning fish, and collecting treasures. It's pretty interesting. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about this brand new world event coming in the first minor patch of Midnight. But before we jump into that, guys, I do want to give a massive thank you to all of our channel members and everyone over on the Patreon. Just so I'm posting over there fairly regularly, and if you want to support the channel in that way, there are links down below. Right, so yes, Abyssal Anglers. Now, you might have already heard about this before because this was originally in the beta for Midnight and looked like it was going to be a launch feature of the expansion. Now, it was scrapped pretty late in beta, but it is finally coming in patch 12.05. Now, this takes place in Zul-Aman in the Strait of Haxalor on the northeast side of the map.
Any body of water that starts with the Strait of, just gives me PTSD now. Yeah, there's real world shit here. So hopefully the Amani trolls reopen the Strait of Haxalor for us. But we got that shit going on. So this is another hint, by the way, that this zone is going to be much more relevant in the next 0.1 patch. We know that there's probably the raid opening up. We know that this bridge right here could be rebuilt, and we get a new raid on this island. So yeah, Amani trolls, if you liked them and you're like, where the fuck are the Amani? Why are we dealing with them anymore? It seems like the next big patch, that's what we're going to be dealing with. We're going to the Amani shit, and we're going to do a bunch of Amani stuff.
Now, this is not really a fishing event and more of a diving event. So let's talk about how this kind of works. So to start your dive, you need to talk to depth diver Jiju. Now, there's no currency requirement to dive, so you can do it as many times as you like, which is nice. So it's not like abundance. You can just keep diving and just keep going and going as long as you like, which is cool. Now, once the dive starts, you'll see a new UI. Now, at the top of your screen, you'll have an oxygen bar that is slowly going down. Now, this can be increased by finding air pockets on your dive, and obviously once it reaches 0, the dive is over. You also have 3 abilities. You have a dash ability that dashes you forward. Now, I don't know for sure, but I feel like this might be a Crash Bandicoot reference. You know, the underwater level where you kind of blast forward and spin. That is exactly what's happening here. I don't know. I kind of hope it's a Crash Bandicoot reference. That would be pretty cool. Your second ability is also fire.
Doesn't Blizzard own Crash Bandicoot?
Harpoon. So this is kind of the main ability you're going to be using, and you aim this at the wildlife to capture them. And your final ability is surface. This will end the dive early. Now, the trick here is to press this button just before your breath runs out, because you will lose points if you do lose all your breath and get kicked out of the mode. Now, you'll also see a score counter on the side. This is how the system works. The more score, the more currency, the more rewards. Score is increased by catching different types of fish and picking up treasures on your dive. Some fish actually have multiple levels of armor to capture them, so you have to hit them multiple times. This was super hard for me because of being in the EU and the PTR being based on NA. I'm just making excuses, but yeah, it was certainly a bit harder for me to kind of time those hits correctly with the kind of increased ping there. Some fish will have no armor, some fish will have 4, some fish will have like 18.
Okay, so I'm looking, but these common fish are worth 50, but that one that took a 3-shot was worth 100 points.
In some cases. So yeah, the rarer ones will have more. Now, some fish do give more score than others, and there are different achievements for capturing each type of fish on your dive. The objective here is just to swim around.
13 armor? You got to shoot that thing 13 times? What the hell?
Fish, collecting treasures, and increasing your score as high as possible before your breath runs out. Once your dive has concluded, you'll see a score sheet that we've seen before in other world events, and you'll receive an amount of currency depending on your score. So let's talk about the currency. Currency here for Abyssal Anglers is Angler Pearls.
You could literally bet money that any event is going to have its own currency these days. But yeah, we got another currency. Great. Okay, Angler Pearls. Got it.
This is a war-bound currency and is rewarded simply just from the end of your dive. And as mentioned, the amount you get depends on your score. So let's go into some of the rewards for Abyssal Abyssal Anglers, why are we doing this? So first and foremost, there are 30 plus achievements for Abyssal Anglers. Now, these range from just capturing types of fish or gaining a total amounts of points, or just like random easy ones like running out of breath or leaving the map or something like that. Now, these achievements don't really reward anything physical. However, some of the achievements here will unlock the ability to purchase things from Depth Diver Jiju to improve your dive. These are upgrades including swim speed, oxygen amounts, net upgrades, the ability to catch different levels of fish, and being able to collect ancient treasures on your...
So you're going to get better at fishing every time you go down, get more shit, get better at fishing, then get more shit because you're better at fishing, and it just starts to exponentially build.
The dive. There's a ton of different
Any
upgrades
mounts? I
which
don't know.
are unlocked through various achievements that you get through the Abyssal Anglers mode. And these are sold for Angler Pearls,
I didn't pre-watch, so I don't know.
The other vendor, Depth Diver Tunakit, does sell some rewards that you can actually use, like cosmetics and things. So it actually does sell some decor for 750 Angler Pearls each. You have the Windmark Tribal Charm, the Armani Dreamer's Charm, the Barebone Rope Charm, the Simple Bone Tied Charm, the Depth Diver's Cooking Spit, and the Zulaman Forest Hammock for 750 Angler Pearls. You can actually buy Fuse Vitality from this vendor as well, which is obviously a very important item from Abundance and is used in Professions, and you could buy 3 of these per character for 750 Angler Pearls each. So this is going to be kind of a guaranteed source of that, but you can only buy 3 per character as of the recording of this. There's also some cosmetics though. You do have the Fang-Finned Flailer, which is a one-handed mace for 2,250 pearls, and the Ensemble...
I thought the same thing about Undead, because that Undead, you know, as somebody mentioned in the chat, that, oh, if you're undead, how does this work? I think the whole breath and keeping your breath up, it's just tied to the suit that you're wearing. It has nothing to do with your race, because, yeah, then Undead would be able to infinitely stay down here and just build up their score. It's essentially a timer for the event. So it doesn't matter if you're undead. You're still going to have to keep your breath up. Or druids, yeah, too.
Depth Diver's Vestments, which is a 3-piece ensemble for 3k. And another ensemble, the Abyss Anglers ensemble for 4,500. This is a green version of the diver's suit that we've seen before, which is pretty cool. You also get the Idol of the Depths for 1,500. This is a new lower buff in Zulaman. And you can get a new pet, Kebub. Yep, it's a capybara in a bubble. This is a battle pet for 2,500 pearls, and that's it.
Oh, man, we should... okay, if they had made a capybara mount, I guess people would have been really... That's it? This is a bubbled capybara pet. Damn.
That's it. That is Abyssal Anglers. Not a super deep system, pun intended there. Swimming around, harpooning fish, getting as much score as you can, getting achievements and getting rewards from that as well.
Yeah, it seems like more of an achievement
thing. A pretty fun event, a pretty simple event for sure. I kind of enjoyed it on the beta, and it's really nice to see it coming back in this patch. I actually kind of predicted it was going to come back in 12.
I think they kind of missed an opportunity here to give us a cool, like, swimming mount or something. Why is the capybara bubbled pet the thing that we're getting out of this? I don't know.
1 with the additional island in
like
Zulaman,
a cool
but
otter
it came in 1205, so good to see it. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Abyssal Anglers. Don't forget to leave a like on this video as well, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to follow me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well, and also I am streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft Midnight Season 1, patch 1205 PTR, any sort of World of Warcraft, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Yeah, good video. Nice little overview of the event. I'll be honest, kind of disappointed with the rewards. I guess there's some, if you're into decor and shit, there's some decent decor to get out of it. And then there's that whole scuba diver transmog. But Blizzard's got to know. Okay, there's one thing specifically that'll get people to do an event no matter what. It's a mount. Put a mount on that shit. They could have given us a cool swimming mount, some kind of mount related to this event specifically, of a bareback fish mount. I would have done that. Bareback fish riding, who doesn't want to do that shit? But yeah, the capybara kind of was anticlimactic there at the end. But overall, hey, maybe I'll try the event out when it goes live. Nice video from Mr. GM.